Hey everyone, Leo here and welcome to my channel, and today I will be doing my August TBR. Also, August is basically what I'm low-key referring to as procrastinathon. Basically the idea for this month would be, it's just for myself. Feel free to join or to let me know if you want me to do this officially at some point. But basically the idea is just for me to stop procrastinating so much for 1 month at least. So I'm a big procrastinator. I procrastinate in every aspect of my life. Just see the videos that I post and you will see that I post my TBRs like at the end of the month a lot of times, or like 2 or 3 weeks into the month. I'm also at work, I procrastinate on the things that I don't like to do that much. I procrastinate paying bills, I procrastinate cleaning the house and things like that. Just procrastination is definitely something that has been a big part of my life for a very long time. And I wanted to dedicate the month of August to kind of, basically, first of all, I wanted to do this book-wise. I wanted to pick out a book that I've kind of been procrastinating, just say, okay, finish it now, so that you don't have to worry about it the rest of the year. But then I kind of expanded it to be like, okay, there's a certain appointment you have to make sure you make it this month. There are some bills that you need to forward to and stuff like that. All of the things that I've been kind of postponing the last few months, I really want to get to this month. Book-wise, this means that I took a look. I took a look at, it sounds very weird when I say it like that, it's not correct. I looked at the list of books that I wanted to read for 2019, so my 2019 TBR. So I still haven't posted or filmed that one, by the way, so I definitely also want to do that this month. But I made a list of 19 books that I wanted to get to in 2019, and I think I'm about halfway, a little over halfway done with that, and so I kind of took a looked at that and said like, okay, what's the one book on there that's like gonna give me the most problem? What's the one book that I'm most likely I'm gonna be procrastinating? Because so far I haven't considered putting it on my TBR yet, and it's gonna be hell if I need to put it in there in the end of the year. And so I chose one book that I've been procrastinating for years, that I finally put on my 2019 TBR, and that I will now be putting on my on my August TBR. It's the only book for the month, so my month will be a success from the moment that I finish this. Preferably get a whole lot of the way into it will also be fine by me. And the book that I'm talking about is this humongous book, and that is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. This is not my first Russian novel, so I mean, a lot of people would automatically procrastinate this. You know, this is big procrastination potential. For me, it's maybe less of a procrastination potential, just because this is definitely not my first Russian literary novel. I know what I'm getting myself into. I have enjoyed Russian novels before, otherwise I wouldn't be reading another one. So in that sense, I'm like less inclined to procrastinate on it, but it's still a 1,200 chunk of a book. I have read Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. It did also take me a month to finish. I did enjoy it. I read, as I said before, I read other Russian literature, but when I read Anna Karenina, I was convinced that I definitely also wanted to give War and Peace a go, because it's also one of the major standouts of what is called European literature, even though Russia isn't necessarily part of Europe, but the atmosphere of War and Peace is definitely is, because Russian elite society was very much involved with European elite society at the time. We are also mostly following St. Petersburg, it seems, which is very much the gateway to the West, where Russia is concerned. Now, story-wise, I don't know too much about it. So I know that it's set in during the Napoleonic Wars. Basically, I think it's mostly set in Russia. I don't know where else it's going to be situated. So all I know actually is that the war we refer to are the Napoleonic Wars, I'm thinking. And then, yeah, the pieces in between, I guess. So I really don't know too much about it, but I'm expecting a lot of looks into Russian aristocracy at the time, reflection on like the way the home front deals with times of war, but also maybe a look in the war zone itself, expecting some romances to ensue and maybe the heartbreak of losing people during the war, things like that. But yeah, as I said, I don't know too much about it. I didn't know too much about Anna Karenina before going into it neither, except for the basic premise. But so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But so it is a 1,200 page book. I have calculated that is supposed to mean 40 pages a day, which doesn't sound bad. However, we are the 2nd of August. I am currently at page 40. And no, I did not get to page 40 last night. I got to page 40 like a couple of minutes before I filmed this video, which is somewhere in the afternoon. In all fairness, I have been at work all day. But so I feel like 20 pages is doable. 40 in a book like this is a bit difficult. And that's not to say that I'm not enjoying it. I am enjoying it, definitely. It's just that it is a more difficult style of narration. It also has a lot of French in it. I do speak French, so I can understand it, but it's like a lot of it is vocabulary that's not that familiar to me, so I'll try to read the French and I'll look at the translation that is mentioned at the bottom. There are a lot of references that you might not know about. I'm trying to read over them, but that still means that you're lacking some context here and there. As with all Russian literature, the names are a big problem because they sound very similar to me. And I have to really focus on like, who is this person again, and like sometimes they don't refer to the person with the full name, so they just say the count. You have to try to figure out which count. I mean, you have to figure out like which person was the count again, and just like it takes a lot of, especially in the beginning at least, a lot of attention to try and figure these things out. Then in general they're also a little bit more long-winded. I mean, I don't know whether Tolstoy was paid by the letter as by the word as Dickens was, but it's definitely very long. Definitely a very long book, and I've definitely already come across some scenes, at least at the moment, that seem like they're not really contributing too much, except maybe to expand on certain characters and to really show you what those characters are like. So it is taking me, it's not like a fast-paced book, so I don't know whether 40 pages a day is is gonna be doable or not. We'll see at the end of the end of the month, I suppose. Plus, I am away for the weekend to London, and there are multiple weekends in which I've planned a lot of things to do, so I won't always be able to get around to 40 pages. But I'm gonna give it my all. I definitely hope to be finishing this in August. First of all, I want my wrap-up to be about something, or to have mention of at least one book that I finished. But yeah, also just because it'll be super good if I can just have it done by the end of August and not have to worry about this big chunk. I say worry about, but it's just like I really want to, because I didn't finish my TBR for 2018 last year. I do want to finish my 2019 TBR and show to myself that I can do it, that I can finish the books that I set out to read. And this is definitely the biggest one. There are multiple books on my 2019 TBR that could fit into this one. I think probably 4 or 3, or like if you take some of the longer ones, you'd still be able to fit 3 of those into this one chunk of a book. So it would be wonderful to finish it by the end of August. But so yeah, hopefully I'll get around to it, and you will find out by the end of this month. Now, if you like this video, please like and subscribe if you want to. If you want me to elaborate on procrastinaton and maybe make it an official thing, also definitely comment down below and let me know. If you want to join in, feel free. We'll support each other mentally when we're having like a bit of a rough time at it, or when we're trying to talk ourselves out of certain things. But so yeah, this is my plan for August. Wish me good luck. Bye.